Welcome to the studio. It's Froyle here and I'm so glad you've joined me. Today we are using unconventional techniques with our jelly printing. It's going to be so much fun and so incredibly experimental. Now, last week I created these fabulous prints, absolutely glorious. I had so much fun using acrylic paint, alcohol inks, isopropyl alcohol. I even pulled out some powdered pigment. I had it all splashed on the gel plate and I was pulling prints that turned out absolutely fabulous. I was so excited and so encouraged. I want to continue today because I'm thinking I'd really like to bounce off these two prints here, which were my absolute favorite from last week, the pick of the prints, and I'm going to pull out the big gel plate, the 16 by 20 inch, and let's see what we can create with that. Now, I'm going to put all of these mixed mediums onto the gel plate, but then this time I think I'll leave it overnight because last time I pulled the print up too soon and it stuck. So we're going to pile it all on the gel plate, see how many layers we can add, and then pull it all in one big, beautiful pull. After we've left it overnight, that is. Right, so I've got my fabulous 16 by 20 inch gel elf plate and I'm going to see how many layers I can put on it with my unconventional mediums. Let's start with some beautiful quinacridone violet. Yes, it's my favorite color. I'm going to brush it on, and because this is a fluid paint, it will bead up nicely on the plate because what I want to do is to create a few layers. I'm going to have to wait until the layers dry in between to keep adding colors and textures and mediums on top. But then when it's all layered and we've got a beautiful full gel plate, then I'm going to leave it overnight to pull the print because I do think that's going to work better. I did get a little bit excited last week and pulled the prints just a tiny bit too early and they stuck. But this time I'm going to wait. Now, what I love about this is see all that texture? That looks absolutely fabulous. And if your gel plate's not doing that, all you need to do is spritzer it with some water and then that makes the paint bead up and create those lines. They look really amazing in the layered textures. So if you put that on first, that all beads up and then it creates more space on the plate so you can see the next layer that you put on top. The only drawback is that has to dry before you can put the next layer on. But not to worry, we're very patient people. We can wait for it to dry. Now, this Atelier paint is a full body paint, so that's going to require some more encouragement to bead up on the plate like that. I absolutely love brushing the paint on. Oh, I think it looks so fabulous. The print ends up looking like a painting just because of the painterly effects of brushing it on the plate. And it's a whole lot of fun, and that is really important because if it's not fun, baby, I don't want to play. So it has to be fun. This one is Naples Yellow Reddish. It's an Atelier paint brand. Look at the color. It's just really nice, basically. I'm putting it on because I like it. So I'm going to give these two colors a bit of a spritzer with some water just to move the paint. Otherwise, that's all you're going to see is that print color. And I don't want just that. I want more. I always want more. I want to see more. I want to experience more. I want more texture. I want more colors. So what we're going to do is spritzer it a little and get the paint moving along, get it to break up. See, already, it's already separating on the plate there and creating that fabulous watery texture. So I'm going to do this and then I'm going to let this layer dry and then we're going to add more colors and textures and mediums and incredible unconventional elements to the gel plate. Now, sometimes if you spray on too much water, you actually lose all your paint because it all beads up. Yes, I might have done that. But don't let that worry you, because you can just roll on some more paint. That's what we love about the gel plate. You can do anything. You can create anything. It's absolutely amazing. The possibilities are endless. So this is still a little bit wet. I did roll on some more paint because I oversprayed it with water and it beat it up too much, but can't be worried about these things. Now, what I was excited about last week was putting on some of these Lindy's Gang powdered pigments, and they're in these magical shakers, which is like just putting pepper on your dinner. Let me show you. It's so much fun. Have a look at this. And if you do overspray your paint and it all beads up, it just gives you more space on the plate, because once you fill up the space on the plate, then you don't have any room to add any more colors or textures. So it really doesn't matter if you have lots of big space areas. Look at that. Oh, it's so much fun. So that is the powdered pigment in the Impressionist ink. Oh, I just think that's fabulous. Look at that. Of course, if you spray it with water now, it will spread like paint and it will bead up like paint does. But if you just do a little bit, it just adds a bit of texture. The other thing I was playing with that I loved was using the alcohol ink. Now, I'm going to put some of this is rich gold. What's not to love about rich gold? I'm going to just splash it onto here. Now, what I found last week was, I think my bottle's a little stuck, was that if you just put it on like this and then take a print, which is what I was doing, it doesn't seem to come up off the plate onto the paper so easily. But if you put it on like this and then you spray it with some isopropyl alcohol, which is in this container, then it kind of spreads it more. And then when you put other layers of paint over it, you can pick it up then. But, oh man, the experimental process is so much fun. So I'm going to put a bit of that on as well. Yay, team. And then when this dries a bit more, I'm going to add some more colors over the top, because whatever you put on your gel plate first is what's going to be on the top when you pull that print and you flip it over. So these beautiful gold marks are going to be on the top of the plate. It's really hard not to play with because it's so fun. And that's what we want. We want to see the gold sparkles on the top. And these pigment marks here too, you'll see them on the top. And then whatever else you put on the plate next, you'll see behind those marks. So you want to add some more colours. Righto, well, I'll leave it alone if I can. I might splash on some more. Oh, I like the way it's sitting with that colour. That's a bit fun. And then I'll let that dry a bit, and then I'm just going to continue putting some more layers on. Maybe we'll add some of this one. This one is the Kissing Couple Crimson. Don't you love the names? I want to put it, oh, that one comes out a lot faster. Let's put this one down here and we'll give it a spray. If you spray it with the alcohol, it dries faster than the water. So that's not too bad. But the thing is, if you spray it with the water, it blends more and it kind of spreads more. So depending on what you want, do you want speed or do you just want it to be blended along? Oh man, that's a really nice colour. Maybe just a tiny bit more of that on there. And then I'll let it dry a little bit, and then I'm going to add more textures and more layers on top. Now, my gold bottle of alcohol ink was all stuck up. I couldn't get it to come out. So I've put it into this one, which I think is going to work so much better because it's got this like needle on there. And then I can actually create a line with it instead of it just being trying to squeeze out the dots. That is going to be so much better. I'm loving this idea. Look at that. Now it's becoming a landscape. Well, I didn't plan for that, but it's looking like it's going to head in that direction. I don't mind a landscape. Let's see what kind of crazy and alien landscape we can create. That's a way better plan. If your bottles get stuck up, just put them into something else. That's going to work so much better. Now I'm going to add some of the Ozo Gold. I'm thinking it's dry enough just to add a little more gently onto, oh, yes, the plate. Again, I'm going to do it so the paint's really quite broken up. Not a thick, heavy layer, because this is not going to be the pull the print layer. This is just going to be another layer of beautiful colour to add to the fabulous layers that are already on there. Oh, beautiful colour, that one. So we'll add a bit here and there in a few places, and then, oops, the alcohol ink's not quite dry, but I think I can get away with adding some of this beautiful colour just in a few different places. Doesn't matter if it gets a little smudgy. It's my abstract landscape now of an alien land, I'm thinking. Maybe. But I do love experimenting with these ideas and these techniques. I think it's the only way you can really learn, is to push yourself out there and to try different things. If it doesn't work and the print looks terrible in the end, becomes collage paper. Collage paper is fantastic. Actually, we could even add some collage paper. There's another idea. See how these ideas, they just keep developing as you keep creating. Right, so I'm liking that. A little bit on top of that beautiful powdered pigment there with the Ozo Gold. Maybe a tiny weeny bit more. I think I'm going to pull it with probably either the bronze, unless I put some bronze on there, or Titan Buff. It's usually my favourite for this kind of colour. Oh, looking beautiful. Adding a little bit more. I might even put, let's put a bit of magenta in. Okay. Putting a little bit of the quinacridone magenta. Now, you can only really put the paint where there's still space on the plate. Once you fill up all the plate with paint, you're not going to see anymore. So you kind of have to pick and choose, really, which sections you want to add more colour to, because once they get covered up, they won't even see the pickup colour. Right, a little bit of magenta along here. I'm thinking that's going to be pretty dramatic. And we do know, I do like me a bit of drama. Tiny bit in here, perhaps. And then I'll let this dry, and I'm thinking if I don't do that idea of putting collage paper on it, then I'll just put the pickup paint on next, perhaps. Haven't fully decided. In fact, I'm thinking I want to add a little bit more, of the alcohol ink onto there. Yes, that's exactly what I want. Oh man, that's just beautiful. Now I think I'll add a little bit of the isopropyl just to move it around, because we do want it to come off the plate again. Right. So much fun. Looking pretty good. What about a little spritzer of some acrylic ink? I love the eyes inks, my favourite. They are getting harder to get, but the moment I've got some, yippee. And I love the bronze shimmer the best. Now, I was thinking about adding some collage paper, which could easily put strips on, but I'm going to do it next time, because I'm going to see if this idea works with all of these mixed media, unconventional techniques on our gel plate. And if it works, I'm going to love it. So I'll probably do another one. So I'm thinking I'm going to let this dry off a bit more now. Then I'm going to roll on the Titan Buff. And then I'm going to put on some wet strength tissue. And I'm going to leave it for a really long time. I might actually leave it overnight and pull the print in the morning, because that's going to give it the best chance of actually drying enough to stick to my paper. And if it works, I think I might try it again, but add some collage papers on it as well. That would be amazing. So let this dry, roll on Titan Buff, and then leave it overnight. Man, I hope this works. It's going to be a stunning print if it does. Okay, well, it's now the next morning, and I've been busting to see how this print's going to look. Look, you can see where the powdered pigment, the Lindy's Gang Magical Shakers, have soaked through the wet strength tissue. That's quite interesting. So shall I pull it from this side or shall I turn it over? Sometimes it's better to turn the plate over and pull the plate off the paper rather than the paper off the plate. Sometimes that just works a bit better. Look how cool it looks. It's pretty exciting. Now, if I can pull it up without it ripping or sticking, look, it's coming up beautifully, and that's because I waited and left it alone all night. Really, that's the only way I can leave it alone, is if I do it and decide that I'm not going to touch it until the morning. Then I'm not tempted to pull it off too quick, especially when there's so many unconventional mediums on the plate. We've got acrylic paint, acrylic inks, alcohol inks, powdered pigment, full body paint, fluid paint, water, isopropyl alcohol. I mean, really, could we add anything else to this print? And it's pulled off beautifully because I let it dry completely. Ta-da! Ta-da! What do you think about that? My fabulous abstract landscape. I'm loving it. I love all the textures. They're all embedded because the powdered pigment's not even coming up. Look, nothing's coming off the plate. That's pretty cool. Even that one's not coming off. It's embedded in the paint layer. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. There are so many possibilities for creating so many experimental prints. You know, I could go a little crazy now. Look at all these fabulous textures. We've got the paint, the powdered pigment, the gold alcohol ink on there, some more alcohol ink there, some more powdered pigment down there, all creating these lush, beautiful textures. So what do you think? Have I given you courage to try unconventional techniques on the gel plate? You don't really have too much to lose. If it doesn't work, you can paint over it and you can tear it into pieces for collage paper anyway. Now, there's so many ideas that I could take this further. I could glue it onto a canvas this size, the 16 by 20 inch. I've got one of those canvases. I could glue it straight on. I could then add some collage to it. I could add another layer of paint on it, or I could even cut it in half and do maybe a 16 by 12 inch canvas. So many options. Or, like I said, I could rip it to shreds and use sections of it in a completely different collage. So don't be afraid to try. There's so many ways to use the prints and it's so much fun experimenting. Now I think I might glue it onto canvas, but you'll have to come and find that video on Patreon where there's studio blogs, behind the scenes, more videos, personal videos, and a whole lot more of experiments and finishing the paintings. Thanks for joining me today. I really enjoy experimenting with these mixed media unconventional techniques. Don't forget, if you want to find out more information, have a look at the links in the description under the video. And you can also find out more about who I am on froilart.com. It's a whole lot of fun. Don't stress out if it doesn't work. Keep printing, keep creating, and come back again and join me next time in the studio.